woot. 1, 2. All right, well, you all understand why it's so important to tell time, so let's start practicing. I see Latavia's ready. Hands down, slanted towards the screen. So we can tell time in lots of different ways, and we talked about this yesterday. We know our clocks, right? We have a clock right up there that lets us know the time, and we also have a digital clock, and that tells us the numbers, and those are kind of easier to read. We also have timers. What do I use my timers for? I've used them before. What do I use timers for? Isael? Ooh, we're not writing out all of our eyes on you. I like how he answered it. I like how he answered in a complete sentence. Let's give him a 2 snaps and a you rock. 1, 2. You rock. He said, I think because. Ooh. Yeah, so he was saying, I think that you use it when you're trying to time us to do a writing activity so that we know how much time it takes. And those are when we do the really short amount of times, like minutes or seconds. Hands down, I know you have a lot to say. Back on the screen. We also have calendars, and those measure the days, the weeks, and the months. And we do that every morning with our calendar. I think you learned for nodding your head. All right, this was what we talked about yesterday. How many hours are in a day? Everybody?
24!
Excellent. There are 24 hours in a day. What does a.m. mean? What do I mean when I say 8 a.m.? Denise? Oh, let's try it again. Denise? In the morning. Give me an example of something you would do in the morning. Eyes on her. Oh, wait, we're not ready. Go to school and do your homework. What do you eat in the morning? I think I eat. Excellent. Let's give her 2 snaps and a you rock. 1, 2.
You rock!
What about PM? What does it mean when something's PM? Let's make sure we track the speaker. Justice.
8 p.m. means night.
Night.
At night to be almost like be like a sleep.
Excellent. What would you do at 4 o'clock p.m.? Eyes on. That's right after school?
That will be like I think it will be like in the afternoon.
Because?
Because it will be because it's whenever I look at the time at my mom's video, it says 4 o'clock.
And what do you usually do at 4 o'clock after school?
Oh, I always go to my friends and do my homework.
Awesome job. Let's give him 2 snaps and a woot woot. 1, 2. So he's thinking about what he does in the afternoon or at nighttime. So there's a difference between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. 9 a.m. you're probably eating breakfast. It's still the morning time. 9 p.m. it's after school. It's usually when you eat lunch and dinner. And you're going to bed. That's right. Let's see who's ready for the next one. Ikram's ready. Oh, I see so many scholars sitting in slant ready to learn. Careful over a jot. It's okay. How many minutes are in an hour, Caesar? 60. I think.
Great job.
Oh, that is a great answer.
Great job.
I like
Great
that
job.
sentence. How many seconds are in a minute? Who can tell me the nice, strong, complete sentence? Nord, you got it?
I think there are 60 seconds in 1 minute.
Very good. I like that complete sentence.
Good job,
Absolutely. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. And these are all things that we just have to have in our head to remember. All right, we're going to review this from yesterday because looking at your exit slips, we were having a little bit of trouble. So, activities that take days. Oh, I love how Joseph just came in and got right to slam. He's such a scholar. Activities that take days. This would take a really long time to do. Give me some examples of activities that would take days to do. Remember, this means that you've gone to sleep, you've woken up again, you've done a complete activity, Caesar, and then you've gone back to sleep. A project. How many days is it going to take us to do our project? 5. Let's give them 2 snaps and oh yeah. 1, 2. Oh yeah. What else would take days to do, Denise? Going to Mexico. That would take a lot of days. How many days do you think it would take to get to Mexico? 2. Let's give her 2 snaps and a woot woot. 1, 2. Woot woot. If you're ready for the next one, point to the screen. If you're ready for the next one, point to Selena. If you're ready for the next one, point to me. taking a vacation. Taking a vacation, we kind of talked about this before. That take days, hours, minutes, or seconds. Oh, thank you. You did it right before I went off. Good.
Yeah.
Hold it up.
J.
Awesome. What is it, everyone?
Yay!
We talked about that because Denise told us that when she, have you been to Mexico before?
I did.
Yeah, you have. It probably takes a couple days, right?
I did.
And that's when you would go to sleep, wake up, do everything that day, and then go back to sleep. Wake up and do the activities the next day. That's what here. I'm going to copy words from the book to use as my evidence or proof that my answer is correct. Evidence. So this story, oh wow, the author and the illustrator is Jeanette Winter. That means she wrote the book and she drew the pictures. Very talented person. I see in the front cover that there looks like there's pictures of some slaves escaping. I can tell that they're slaves because of the clothes that they're wearing.
What's in their head?
And that they're covering their head with like a little scarf. And I can also see that there's a picture in the stars, like Nora said, of the drinking gourd. I love that you want to participate, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. Long ago, before the Civil War, there was an old sailor called Peg Leg Joe who did what he could to help free the slaves. Now, I'm actually already going to stop at this front page because one of the answers I need to do is the words that describe the setting. Part of the setting is where, so where the story takes place, but also when, which is what? Time. The author told me that this story took place before the Civil War. Do you know what the Civil War is?
No. Yes.
Justice, what was the Civil War?
Civil War is like World War I.
But what kind? It was similar to as World War I because it was a war. But what were they fighting for?
Slavery.
Okay, give me a little bit more detail.
Slavery because they were trying to escape from their owners.
Okay, so you're right. Some of the slaves were trying to escape from their owners. But what was the war about? What were they trying to do, Nora?
The Civil War was about how the north part of America said it was wrong to be house slaver, and the south part of America, they said they were just wanted to keep the slaves, so they had fought, and so they could see what's gonna happen.
Absolutely, that was a great complete answer.
Good job, Lord.
So this story takes place before that war ever started. So that means that slaves were still there. So the setting, I'm going to first use my own words. I'm going to say before the Civil War. Thank you for those that are watching me. And I'm going to capitalize Civil War because it is a proper noun. And then I'm going to show my evidence. The evidence is straight from the book. I'm actually going to copy down the part where it says, long ago, keep with me, before the Civil War. That's my evidence that I know when this took place. Now, let's keep going.